Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Peterborough. We've got a first versus second clash. The home team, very own Peterborough Phantoms, against the visitors from Wiltshire this evening, the Swindon Wildcats. My name is Phil Smith. I'll be calling the game with you, ably assisted, abetted by the very lovely Dan Breen. Dan, it's really, in the sense of the NIHL season, it really doesn't get any bigger than this for the Phantoms.
No, not at all. And I think really it doesn't get too much bigger for the Wildcats either. They've had a bit of a slump in form recently. They're going to be looking to come back hard and regain their first place position they gave up last night. And you know, the Phantoms, they're coming in tonight expecting it to be a first versus second. They're expecting to come into this chasing. Now they're not, so it could be very interesting indeed.
Certainly the case for the Phantoms. They've taken top spot in the division. They've got a cup final on Friday night, and well, things are rolling pretty nicely for the Peterborough Phantoms, who are just taking the ice to an absolutely terrific reception from the home crowd. Brilliant, really nice to see. And of course we've got a healthy contingent from Swindon, one of our favourite visitors and certainly one of my favourite teams in the division. Got a number of friends down there, and we always enjoy going to watch the Phantoms at the Link Centre. But for tonight, we've got the league table on your screens. Phantoms top the division, lead by 1, and they've played 2 games fewer than the Swindon Wildcats. Phantoms 2 ahead of Bracknell, and they've got 4 games on the Bees, so things looking healthy. But of course there's an awful long time to go and a lot of points to be played for down the road. The Wildcats have already been announced in the rink, but if we just look at the slate for you, as the Phantoms are announced for the away fans, particularly who are viewing us this evening, you'll notice that Adam Harding is in. He was not available when the Swindon Wildcats prevailed here in Peterborough a couple of weeks ago, but of course the Wildcats are missing number 19 Aaron Nell and number 2 Sam Jones. The Phantoms are at full strength. You might notice that Martin Susters is now wearing 77, and our officials this evening, Diana Cuglietta and Mr. O'Neill and Mr. Koval.
Sorry, you've given me the mic and you caught me short. Sorry, yeah. You've gone through our officials tonight. Phil O'Neill, Dina Cuglietta as well. She'll be an interesting choice. She was here a few weeks back. Quite a few disciplinary penalties went out. So there were little things like face-off violations, the kind of things that really you need to be enforcing if you want a game to run smoothly. So I think we should be in for a good game from the Stripies tonight. And it's going to be interesting to see how the players do as well.
Just as long as everyone's nice and still at the national anthem, we might get away with it. So just to wait to see if there's any awards and presentations this evening, which it looks like there is.
Pretty much all the speakers down the back end apart from one, and we've lost most of the speakers on that side as well.
So Martin Susters getting the Fan Force Player of the Month. Martin Susters has played 9 games since he's returned to Phantoms from Invicta. In those 9 games he's scored 12 goals, has 13 assists, which is quite some production from the young man. We're going to go to the national anthem. So, perfectly observed as we always expect, and both teams wheel around their own zones, and we start to look forward to what should be an entertaining affair with the top 2 teams in the league. Wildcats, of course, have lots of familiar faces, lots of experience in Max Beerbreyer Jan Kostel, former Pirate, number 44, Neil Lydiard, and former Phantom winner, of course, of the playoff in 2015 with the Phantoms. That would be number 71, Eddie Bebris. And he'll have to get some work done this evening in the absence of Nell. And the Phantoms, of course, they've been on a decent run of form. They last lost here at home against Swindon. They've put a run of 6 undefeated games together in that time, which includes the Autumn Cup final first leg 2-2 draw up in Sheffield. And what I would say to you viewers at home is the general consensus is the Phantoms have started the last couple of games pretty slowly, and they've grown into the games. 2 late goals up in Sheffield, where the Phantoms probably played their get out of jail card, and last night in MK, losing by 1 at the end of the first down, and really it took some while to overcome an opponent that you'd have thought the Phantoms would have had the better of.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the Thunder had a lot to prove last night. That was potentially their final home game, and the fans made a very big deal about it as well. So the Phantoms caught on the hop. They didn't really come out of the traps they didn't come out firing on all cylinders. They went 1-0 down, and to be honest, some of the runs Thunder put together last night, they were lucky to only be 1-0 down. Mar had some great saves, but really they pulled it back together in the second.
On these broadcasts, we do like to use Twitter. That's the means by which you can get in touch with us. #PPVSW. Let us know what you're thinking about your team, whether you're a Phantoms fan. And Miss Couliette has already taken a tumble. Wildcats in the Phantom zone. Phantoms with an opportunity to clear straight away, and they don't get it clear. Initially, Chris Jones pumps it in. It's behind the red line. There's a lot of noise here in the ring. I don't know if you can hear the Swindon fans on the broadcast. That's their drums that are beating a march straight away. And the Phantoms through. Number 93, Alice Padalecki, have the puck. It's played off the boards. A little clumsy there. Lydiard straight into a physical confrontation with Jimmy Ferrara. They'll know each other so well. And the puck being challenged for down by on the boards. That's Eddie Bebris, Scott Robson and Callum Bouglas. Good play from the Phantoms. Nathan Pollard, number 12, takes the blue line. It's whipped in by Stepanek, and an opportunity for the Wildcats to break. They've got a man going down the middle. Is it Tom Rutkis? I think it is, yes, number 37 with the long flowing hair. And the Wildcats do well. Big rebound off Jordan Marr. Of course, it's the battle of the 2 Marr brothers, the netminders this evening. And we've had a minute and a half, with the majority of play being in the Phantoms' defensive zone. Chance now for the Phantoms to break. Played there to Callum Bouglas. And the young man sees the puck clear, bounces, brought under control by Swindon, and Swindon really will look to get a march on the Phantoms early on. Robson, well, that certainly looked like a potential infringement from my perspective. Dan?
Yeah, basically it looked like a trip. He went down. So we're just looking at the replay here. So it's number 12. Floyd Taylor goes in behind, so there's a hit from the back. Robson goes down awkwardly and he goes in, head first into the boards. He's going to be hopefully on his own feet, but that was a big impact.
Of course, the Taylor boys, Floyd and Loris, were the stars of the show when Swindon played in Peterborough a couple of weeks ago, and the Swindon Wildcats have been at it from the off. And Dan, from my perspective, the key to this game, from a Peterborough point of view, is the degree to which they get into the game. Last night they fell behind against MK. They fell by 2 against Sheffield, despite the fact that Swindon are missing Nell and Jones. I suspect that if we trail in a game 2 goals here, it'll be a different kettle of fish completely.
Yeah, absolutely. Wildcats, sorry, you can see there, Scott Robson, he's up, he's being assisted off. So he's going to be a big piece to fill if he's out. So the fans are really not happy with that at all.
No, and you could see it being given for the hit from behind.
Yeah.
We've got a even strength hockey, 5-on-5, and the Phantoms look to break. Ferrara loses his footing completely, but still manages to get stick on puck, and the Phantoms able to exert a little bit of pressure. He comes out of the zone. Jordan Marr needs to get some work done himself, uses his stick, and you only have to look at the tenacity of the three Swindon Wildcat players there on that line. Number 23, that's Beerbreyer, goes for the hit on the boards, and he was quite late, shall we say. So Phantoms break. Glenn Billing got an important goal last night, and there's another hit there, looked like an elbow, and then Tom Norton on the boards. And the reality is there's been two calls that potentially could have been called on the Swindon Wildcats, and there's another late hit here and another hit in the middle, and Miss Cuglietta has not called a thing as yet. Dear me. And we get a whistle. The puck held up on the boards. I'm not sure what replay we've got there. So use the hashtag PPVSW to see what's going on. So there's a late hit on the Phantom there, and then a blindside in the centre circle on Alice Padlek. Use the hashtag PPVSW, and a big hello to Steve Merritt. And I hope you're enjoying the game, Steve. It looks like it could be interesting this evening. Stepanek, and the puck, although it's fed into the slot, chance to break, good opportunity. Adam Harding, backhanded shot, and the pick up there from Tom Zrukis wide of Jordan Marr's goal. Now Will Weldon should be called for a penalty himself. The fans are out of their seats, they're enjoying every moment of it, but well, we call it as we see it for you guys at home, and for my money, Weldon should have gone then as well. Bebrish picks it up, and yeah. So Max Beerbreyer and Will Weldon. Sam Bullis comes to have a look, and you haven't got that on your footage there, but well, this is going to end up with some penalties being called at some point. You'd think. Have to say to you, I think we need one fairly early, because it's going to get out of hand. Billing whips it in, pad save Rennie Marr, and back out to the top of the circle, whipped in once more, and it gives the Swindon Wildcats the opportunity to break. That should be an icing. Wildcats ice the puck, and it is the right call. Dan, what a start, 4.5 minutes, and 4 minutes 15 seconds or so. Blimey, what a start.
Yeah, absolutely. Swindon have laid down a card nice and early. They're going to be playing a physical game. They're going to be wanting to try and draw penalties as early as they can. Just looking at the icing call, the rules for hybrid icing are very clear. If there's not one player clearly ahead by the blue line, you get as far as the hash marks. If there's not a player clearly ahead by then, you call it. So Mr. O'Neill made exactly the right call there. I think, to be honest though, I'd be more concerned about getting rid of the flapping poster behind the goal.
Phantom's pumping in, and it's picked up behind the goal. Phantoms take a step back. That's Nathan Long, and Brad Bowering feeds it in. Bowering taken out as the Swindon Wildcats goes. And, well, interesting stuff. Padlek on the boards, and Scott Robson back out, which is good news for the Peterborough Phantoms. Here's number 28, that's Whitfield, Stephen Whitfield. What a start to a game. Hope you're enjoying it. Use the hashtag PPVSW. What's your take on it? Phantoms look to break. Padlek takes the blue line. Potential offside for me there, but picked up by James Ferrara. Interesting interview this morning on social media with Aaron Nell. Very disappointed with his team's performance, and it looks to me as though they've got a response already. And there's an offside call, so a fairly feisty 5 minutes and 43 seconds. No goals, some interesting hits. Face off in the Wildcats zone, and young Will Weldon is down there, looking like he's going to take the face off. The officials clear a flapping poster, which Dan made a reference to a moment or two ago. Hope Stroud says, what a fierce game, exciting. Happy to see Mar versus Mar. Bebris off the half-board, round the goal, and picked up by the Swindon Wildcats. Good physical play from Bebris. Nethercell waits at the point. Nathan Pollard is there as well at the half-board. Chance, Adam Harding sweeps with a one-timer. Phantoms, well, they should have cleared their zone. A misplay there, really, from Ferrara. And the physical play from the visitors this evening continues. Stepanek, shot off the plexi, and again I think the Swindon Wildcats would have had a big call for offside. Suster's hit by Jan Kostel. Mar watches the puck travel to the right of his goal, and Scott Robson picks it up. Robson got on the score sheet last night. We talk on commentary about Scott Robson's desire to play as a forward. And Robson tangling with Bebris once and twice, nothing given. There's been nothing given so far. And we get a whistle, so there's going to be a face-off. And a change of personnel. Glenn Billing, James Ferrara, Tom Norton, and Robbie Ferrara for the Peterborough Phantom. Alice Padalek 2, Sam Bullis, Chris Jones, Sam Godfrey, Tyler Plews, and I think that's Beer Breyer over the far side, number 23. Picked up, and we get a whistle on the play. So, no goals. Taylor Lloyd, 527, says, who's the better Mar? And if there are technical gremlins, we'll have our people look at them as soon as possible. It should be, the feed should be up, but do let us know on Twitter if there's a problem. We'll try and respond to that. Godfrey plays it right into the corner off the half-board. James Ferrara hassled by Beer Breyer, stretch pass right down the centre, and Padalek's pass. Well, the Phantoms passing really not getting it moving yet. The majority of the players being in the Phantoms half of the ice, and in the Phantom zone particularly. We've had 7 minutes and 37 seconds, and there are no goals. Mr. Marius Koval is going to drop the puck at centre ice. Phantoms win the draw. Callum Bouglas plays it to Robson, who seems to have no consequences of that big tumble early on. Be interesting to see if the physical play from the Wildcats continues and whether the Phantoms have ridden that storm. Phantoms get a chance to go. Stretch pass should come off the boards, and it's cleared. And a great opportunity. Ruckis shoots, and there was a little postage stamp between post and bar, but the shot was high, wide and handsome. Taylor Romeo fighting. Young man there is playing with Weldon and big Peter Stepanek. Stepanek looking to go to the bench, and we get a change. Big pass needed. Hunt was calling, and Jarvis Hunt, who got a cracker against the Bees last week. We're going to get a penalty for 6 men on the ice. So we get the first opportunity to see the Swindon Wildcats power play team, and it's not the first time in recent weeks the Phantoms have been called for 6 men on the ice.
Yeah, indeed. It looked like it was one of the youngsters down by the boards. Tom Norton there grabbed hold of the guy, tried to pull him back over, but to no avail. So Phantoms take a penalty. There's a quick huddle on the ice there. So you got Beer Breyer. Looks like it was Chris Jones controlling it. Although, looking at the way Bullis is behaving, I think Bullis is in charge on the ice there. So Phantoms win face off, but Beer Breyer takes it back. Wildcats now look to get their power play on the go. Phantoms clear it down nicely. That leads up some seconds off the clock.
Renimar controls it, leaves it for Bebris. Phantoms fans trying to get behind their team. And here come the Wildcats. Tom Norton couldn't get to the puck, and it's in the corner. And the puck wrapped round the boards, picked up by Bebris at the point. Here is Adam Harding, so influential, key player for the Swindon Wildcats, especially in the absence of Sam Jones and Aaron Nell. Another experienced player. Opportunity, here comes Bebris. Pad save from Jordan Marr, good work from the Phantoms netminder. And it's pumped back to the Swindon red line, and the Wildcats come again. Tyler Plews takes the blue line, feeds it in, and it's picked up and swept once more. Padalek getting the defensive duties done, and we've got 39 seconds of a power play that up to this point hasn't seen the Swindon Wildcats get set up as they would like to have done. Phantoms scored a short-handed goal last night. I have to say to you that the Wildcats are a completely different proposition. What a finish! That is a terrific feed into the low slot, and I think that's Tom's Ruckis with a power play goal. Goal number 1 on the evening. Swindon Wildcats. Actually, it's number 18, Loris Taylor. Oh no, I was right first time. It is indeed Tom's Ruckis.
Yeah, indeed. You can see Taylor there. He sells the dummy to Buglas. Buglas suck it in, and Rutkis just takes the puck and fires it straight over. So, I mean, it's exactly the kind of thing that the Wildcats would have wanted to get on the board nice and early. It lays down a marker. Really, it's showing how the physical play has been paying dividends as well. It might be enough to calm things down, but the way these guys go, I doubt it. So, Wildcats make a push straight from the face-off. High shot. Gloved out the air by Morris, just held as there was some pressure coming in from Whitfield. Be a face-off in the Phantoms D-zone. And it looks like it's going to be McEwen and Taylor to take the face-off. Flicked in again. Gloved but not quite held. Goes round the back. Stepanek gets to it first, just chips it out into the zone. Luke Johnson chips it back in. Phantoms now just looking to steady the ship a bit. Brad Bowering just turns, goes long to Stepanek. Stepanek's got moments, flicks it across. McEwen being held up by Costal and Taylor, goes out. Pollard, Robbie Ferrara just drops it off the stick there, but Stepanek's got it on the backboards. Attempts at taking Stepanek down, doesn't go to plan. Pollard again flicks it back along the boards. Costal looking to throw a big hit, but it doesn't go to plan for him either. Bowering bounces it off the back of his head, but now the Wildcats look to clear, but the Phantoms retain possession.
So good possession from the Phantoms. Stepanek getting a lot of work done. Billing calling for the puck on the blue line, and Padalek now takes it. Nice little pass inside, good work. James Farrar shoots, glove save, Renimar, and for the first time, really in 11 and a half minutes, the Phantoms get a couple of shots on goal. It has been all Swindon. There's been virtually nothing on Renimar's goal up to this point, but a shot saved there by Marr from James Farrar. Padalek to take the face-off. And Adam Harding doesn't win it, but actually the Swindon Wildcats have done well to push the Phantoms back. Harding turns. James Ferrara. Oh, that's a fantastic finish! Here's the replay. Ferrara slips into the slot, finishes low into the corner of Renimar's goal. What a finish! Phantoms tied up at 1.
Yeah, so just there we saw Padalek. He trapped the puck inside our own D zone, just held it nicely. Took a moment to look up, saw Jimmy surging through the middle. Pinpoint pass to Ferrara, and Ferrara just swept in. It was 1-on-2. Again, just took his time, kept calm, swept it home. So there you go, 8:17 remaining in the first. Wildcats 1, Phantoms 1.
"12 minutes of the period in the book. Phantoms tie it up. A goal from the captain, James Ferrara, and the Phantoms with a little lift from there. There's Corey McEwen doing a tango with Whitfield. The Phantoms man in white comes out on top. Susters couldn't quite get enough on it, and here come the Wildcats. Lovely play from Bullis, who I understand he's played his 500th game for the Wildcats. What a performer for the Wiltshire side. Chance for Susters. Great shot, lovely pad save. Susters with a terrific shot low down, and Renimar with the left-hand pad. His left-hand pad right as we look at it. What a great save that is. Little tip on, and Marr plays it on. Robert Ferrara in the corner, and well, number 73 for the Phantoms there, Taylor Romeo, just caught napping. But the Phantoms have possession. Smartly play there, and Robbie Ferrara over the red line and puts it behind the Swindon goal. It's cleared immediately. And picked up by Scott Robson. Scott Robson takes a moment. 6:42 remaining, big stretch pass. Stepanek with the puck. Oh, and really like that play there from Jan Kostel, using his body to outmuscle the Phantoms forward. I think it was Billing. Might have been Weldon. Bebris there with the cross-check, and a second cross-check. And I have no idea what the officials are doing, none at all. Because there were two cross-checks by Bebris on Callum Bouglas. And, well, there could have been 3 or 4 penalties against the Wildcats. The Phantoms could have had another 2 to what they have incurred already for too many men. Inconsistent with what we've seen over the course of the season. Not inconsistent on the evening. There's been nothing called. Good play there from Bouglas. Jimmy Ferrara, scorer of that lovely goal. Looking here, great play from the Phantoms. Oh, and that's a great piece of play. Glenn Billing with the shot. Terrific hockey, well done, Peterborough. Good response to the to falling behind. Jordan Marr gets a new water bottle. 5 minutes and 43 seconds of the period to go. The puck is brought back to the Swindon Wildcats blue line. Phantoms calling for an icing, nothing given. And there's Robbie Ferrara. Whitfield sweeps it round the boards. Physical hit there. Billing on Whitfield, and the Phantoms in control. Tom Norton and Robbie Ferrara just playing it between themselves. But yeah, there was a problem there, and it was picked off by Beerbreyer. James Ferrara does well. Glenn Billing to Padalek. Padalek shoots, it goes to the left of Renimar's goal. 93, Padalek. Chance for the Phantoms, it's rolled into and off the pads of the Swindon netminder. 4:44 remaining in what has been a high-octane first period here in Peterborough, and that not picked off. Taylor Romeo does well, takes the blue line, and out it comes as well. That's offside. Not given, not called. Chance for the Phantoms, and it should now be out of the Swindon zone. Oh, yeah, dear me. Use the hashtag PPVSW. We're aware there have been 1 or 2 gremlins, and hopefully we'll have those sorted for you. Padalek through the slot, but no Phantoms crashing the net there. Susters goes to the puck. Yeah. And 4 minutes remaining in the period. Phantoms unhappy. Oh dear me. Well, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Too many men. Phantoms furious. We think it was 7 on the ice. Phantoms go on the power play. And it wasn't going to be called initially, but we think there were 7 men on the ice. 3:50 remaining. A maximum of 2 of which will see the Phantoms exert some pressure with their numerical superiority, hopefully, though the Phantoms last night did concede a short-handed goal, I should say. So Corey McEwen comes out. He's going to centre this face-off. No, he isn't. So Martin Susters. The puck won by number 11 for the Wildcats, Chris Jones. Phantoms clear quickly, smartly by Jordan Marr. Oh, and a really key interception from Jan Kostel. Good play from the veteran import. Chance, glove save, wow! Call 999, there's been a robbery.
Yep. Wildcats with a great short-handed chance there. It's the kind of thing where if you're not careful, one just misplacing your arm by an inch would have led to a short-handed goal. But Marr doing well to close that one down fast. So Adam Harding to take the face-off. Wildcats win it, goes out the zone to Lydiard. Lydiard chops it in. Spanik's got hold of the puck. Looks for McEwen. McEwen quickly drops it back to get out of danger. Stepanik looking to nutmeg Harding there, goes a little bit wrong. Susters there, dispossessed. Wildcats get it loose. And the Phantoms still not having a chance to get going, so they'll go for a quick change. Stepanik now takes his time, drops back to Norton. Padalek comes on in his place. Comes back out. Padalek staying low, just holds on to it. Norton chips it far across the other side. It's onside. Goes round to Billing. Billing looks to go for the puck, but Lydiard just holds him off. Now Norton's got it on the blue line. Back to Ferrara. Ferrara goes round the back to Billing. Looking for their options. Got Norton on the blue line. Billing behind the goal looking for the centre man. Goes to Weldon. Possible one time for Padalek. Just scuffs it. Back to Billing. Billing's Padalek. Padalek looking across the slot. Goes down to Norton. Norton just held off. Goes to Ferrara. Weldon, a bit of interplay in the middle. Billing just lets it loose. Got 15 seconds left on the power play. Goes across, goes in front. Nice scoot out from behind by Billing. Kept in by Norton. Norton goes across. That's it. Power play's almost over. Phantoms lose their chance. It's going to be 5-on-5 now as Jimmy Ferrara breaks the zone. Centres. Billing just not quite keeping hold of it. Billing's got it now behind the boards again. In front for Jimmy Ferrara. Batted out. Batted high by Harding. It's pinball was in front of the net. Rennie Marr gets to it. One of the Mars gets to it. And the score remains Wildcats 1, Phantoms 1.
Now the first minute of that power play, fairly ineffective. Cats had a short-handed chance, but that last minute, good pressure. Phantoms sets it well, equally well defended from the defensive penalty kill formation, but it's strong play there from Beerbreyer. Nothing more than we'd expect. And he battles on the boards. Bugler swings in a challenge there with Sam Bullis, and it's number 11 for the Swindon Wildcats, Chris Jones, deep down low. And the puck bounces. Beerbreyer is going to swing it around once more, picked up by Robbie Ferrara, and the chance there. That's going to get away from the Phantoms. It's going to be an icing, brought back to the Phantom zone. 1 minute and 7 seconds of the period to go. And the score remains, somehow the score remains, Peterborough Phantoms 1, Swindon Wildcats 1. Cats win the draw, so important to win that offensive draw. And Callum Bugler battling, Good physical play by Will Weldon, it's needed. Jordan Marr takes a touch, and Weldon breaks, lovely. And pumps it in for Nathan Pollard. Weldon actually gets there. Just slightly ahead of, I think it was 44, Lydiard. Lydiard's, yeah, no, is he holding him? I think potentially. And Nathan Pollard burning some ticks on the clock. Puck comes round. There's an arm up, going to get a whistle. Yeah, we are going to get a whistle. The Swindon Wildcats have iced the puck. 28 seconds left, time for a big heave-ho perhaps. If the Phantoms could win this draw in the Swindon Wildcat zone. So we're almost ready for the first intermission. 28 seconds left. Use the hashtag PPVSW and we'll try and give you a shout out on our broadcast. Hugely important defensive zone win by the Swindon Wildcats. And off the boards, Beveridge takes the blue line, still in possession, 16 seconds. Even strength there in Peterborough. The penalty kill effective from the Swindon Wildcats. 5 seconds, gonna go. We're gonna get the whistle on this, I would have thought. And there's the buzzer. With Jan Kostel exchanging pleasantries with Martin Susters. Greetings of the festive season, no doubt. So we go to our first intermission. The Swindon Wildcats took the lead through Tom's Rutkis. Little pass into the slot. Rutkis was the second man in after Taylor on 10 minutes and 8 seconds. 11:43, Jimmy Ferrara. Johnny on the spot, takes the pass into the slot and a precise finish. One each after 20. Welcome back to Peterborough. We've got the Phantoms in their white home jerseys on the ice already, and the Swindon Wildcats in their red road jerseys taking to the ice. With Jan Kossel fist bumping the guys as they come back for the second period in a game that's been high octane stuff. The Wildcats took the lead from Tom's Rutkiss after 10:08. James Ferrara with a precise picture book goal down low to Rennie Mar's right hand side, a deep down low of the net, saw the Phantoms tie the game, and we go back at it. The officials this evening: Diana Culieta, Phil O'Neill and Maris Koval. In truth, on the gantry here, we feel that there could have been more penalties than the two that were called in that first period, both for bench minors for too many men. And well, we're about to get underway again. A clash of first against second, and Aaron Nell, of course, unhappy. Certainly an interview on social media this morning, thinking that his guys could have given him more over the Phantoms with the early chance. And here come the Swindon Wildcats. Glenn Billing sent tumbling, and nothing given. And I absolutely, oh dear me, given away. And Jordan Marr shuts the gate, but dear me, this is, oh, and it's come back. Phantoms are absolute 6s and 7s. Well, how there's not been a goal at the start of the period, I can't tell you why. So the Phantoms take the puck one end and straight back the other, and it's still not cleared. Here's Bebris, former Phantom, big physical presence, such an asset at hockey at this level. And Rutkiss feeds it around. Bebris picks it up once more. Great start to the period, 1 minute in, and the Wildcats camped in the Phantom zone. They'll be looking for the go-ahead goal. Tyler Plu's waiting at the point. We're waiting for a whistle on that one. Is it coming clear? It looks like it is. And Bebris gets in front of Tom Norton. Plu's walks the blue line, whips it in, and blocker save from Jordan Marr. So period 2 is underway. We've had a minute and 22 seconds, no further scoring, but the puck has been largely in the Phantom zone. Change of personnel with Stepanek, Pollard, Will Weldon, Scott Robson and Callum Bouglas. Floyd Taylor to centre this face-off. Phantoms win it. And good play from Bouglas. Is it the puck that is given to Scott Robson, and the Phantoms again, and now we are a minute and a half into the period, about to clear their own zone. Picked up by Stepanek, fed through the slot, deep down low, and there's Nathan Pollard. Good work from Stepanek, and a stick save from Rennie Marr, who goes walkabout, There's going to be a face-off in the Swindon Wildcats zone. So we like to use Twitter on the broadcast. Use the hashtag PPVSW. My name's Phil and Dan is with me too. Good start for the second period from the Wildcats, Dan.
Yeah, absolutely. They picked up where they left off in the first period. They're pushing hard, trying to get the go-ahead goal, as you mentioned earlier. And really they're trying to get the pressure and trying to force mistakes and turnovers. They've had a couple of good shots where turnovers have been forced, and so they're on the way. So Wildcats win the face-off, goes out to Beer in the corner. Robbie Ferrara attempts to dispossess him. Tom Norton there going back, but now it's McEwen. McEwen goes through the middle. He's there with Sam Godfrey. Very experienced young D-man, but it's now in the corner. McEwen again looking for options. Godfrey's trying to hold him on the boards. And good footwork from McEwen, looking to find James White in the centre, but just not finding. So Martin Susters now comes backing off the boards, picked up by Robbie Ferrara. Robbie Ferrara knocks it back in, under pressure from Sam Bullis. Stepanek does very well to steal it. Flicks it back to Weldon, who was charging into the near side as we were facing of the offensive zone. But just deflected wide. Phantoms now playing it behind their own net. Tom Norton now flicks it into the middle, picked up by Rutkiss. Got a high stick, now waved off as Pollard picks it up, goes round the back. Costello and Stepanek meeting in the middle. Out to the middle for Pollard, misses. Rutkiss picks it up. Down to Bedbris. Bedbris being tracked by Buglas. Bedbris goes round looking for the back door shot. A scramble around the net. Mars got it covered. And puck going out of sight of the referee. The play called dead. 3 minutes 13 gone in the second period. Phil.
Good interplay from Tom Rutkiss and Eddie Bedbris. Pressure in the second period has all been from the Wildcats. And the Phantoms have dealt with the forays into their defensive zone reasonably well without troubling Renimar too much. Puck deflected high, and there's Brad Bowering. What a little move on the blue line, drops it for James Ferraro, who plays it down low to the base of the circle. And here is Glenn Billing battling. He's caught in between two Wildcats. There's an arm up, that's going to be an icing. Wildcats ice the puck, it's going to get brought back. And we have had 3 minutes and 38 seconds of the second period. No further scoring. Rutkiss and James Ferrara with the goals in the first period. There have been only 2 penalties so far, both for too many men. So the Wildcats do well again to win the defensive draw. Whitfield plays it to the half-board. Floyd Taylor bumps Corey McEwen, and the Wildcats unable to clear just yet. Picked up again by Scott Robson. James White and Callum Buglas, the furthest man back. Now it's Robson. Phantoms keep it in the zone. Good play from McEwen, who's lost it. Here is Robson, and Phantoms doing well. Buglas calling for it. Whips in, pad save Renimar. Good pressure from the Phantoms, making that look almost like a power play. Good set-up from the home side and good defensive work from the men in red. 1-1, 4 minutes and 15 seconds of the second period are in the book. Big crowd here in Peterborough. The fans getting behind their team. They perhaps sense that something good is building. But it's these kind of games between the top sides, the tough games that really test your mettle, and the Phantoms have well, they've drawn themselves back into a game that in boxing terms I'd perhaps suggest to you the Wildcats would be head on point. Nathan Pollard, nice little shot. Mar goes with the glove and doesn't get to it. There's a possibility that there's a broken stick there. There's a possibility of a shot here. Tom Norton with a little move, and we get a whistle, and we're going to get a slashing call. So the first penalty on a player, and it looks like Sam Bullis. who's sitting for 2 and ideally less.
The irony of that call being that Sam Bullis, when he went for the chop, managed to break his own stick. So, yes, some curious looks from the Wildcats there, trying to work out why they'd been called when it was Bullis' stick that broke, but here we go. So, Phantoms on their second power play of the night. Lydiard there looking to disrupt things early. Phantoms passing it around, just trying to pull things out. Costello picks up, clears it down the ice. Mark collects it. We've got Tom Norton going back. Padalek's made the swap, forced to panic. We've got Jimmy.
Phantoms break. And the Phantoms keep the puck in the Swindon zone. 30 seconds of the power player in the book. Glenn Billing, quite a sharp pass. Norton whips it in and, well, I think Rennie Mara got it covered, but it went to the left of his goal. He was looking, will the Phantoms keep it? They do. Norton looking for Weldon. Weldon there goes into the slot, down to Billing. Phantoms set up tidily again, but where are the shots? Out it comes. Norton with a ripper, and Jan Kostel takes it on the seat of his pants. Down low. 55 seconds of this power play remain. Phantoms good pressure, but look at that tight penalty kill. Oh, and oh dear me, big shot there, and yeah, there's a 5-on-3 coming, and Jordan Marr goes to the bench. It's a delayed penalty. 36 seconds to go. Phantoms into the netting, and we're going to get 32 seconds of 5-on-3. Phantoms with an opportunity to exert some pressure on their visitors this evening.
Yeah, sorry, that's Jan Kostel going for roughing. Basically had Weldon around the head, wasn't too happy with the way things have been played. Unfortunately did it right in front of the referee, and it was a really obvious call to make. So that's a big loss for the Wildcats, losing both Bullis and Kostel. It's now 5-on-3. So, Wildcats win the face-off, just cleared straight down the ice. No messing about there. They're just going to run these next 30 seconds down. Scott Robson has the puck across to Stepanek. Stepanek's got White, Susters, and some others on the blue line. Just deflected out. White takes in, shouts for offside. Susters now looking for options, back to Robson on the blue. One-timer from Stepanek, blocked. Stops, turns, shoots, just flicks high. Phantoms retain possession. Robson across the panic. Godfrey's back on for Bullis. Bullis now finished the penalty. It's 5-on-4 for the next 1:23. Onto the blue line, goes round the back. Unfortunately, it will go round to where the Phantoms don't have a man. Godfrey goes to clear it. Receives some attention from McEwen. Phantoms do a quick change. Wildcats looking for a move there, but Marr just turning nicely. And I think he wants to play as a forward as well. So Phantoms have puck, long stretch pass to the blue line to Susters. Godfrey goes for the hip check on Susters, misses, clips Padalek. Goes out to Padalek, Padalek across the far side. Norton, big shot, goes out, oh! Billing with an empty net, just scuffs it wide. The Phantoms may come to rue that chance later. So Billing to Padalek, Padalek flicks it in, goes off the front of Godfrey's chest. Jimmy Ferrara's got now 30 seconds remaining in the power play, goes back to Billing. Billing goes round the back of the net, he's harried by Godfrey. Out to Norton, Norton thinks wisely, goes, had Weldon loose in front, puck's loose in front, pinball, shot! Jimmy Ferrara, everything goes loose. Just the same as had it before, you see it now. Puck's in front, he gets trapped under what looks like Whitfield. Everyone's looking, Ferrara's the only one who actually sees it clearly. Renimar dives to the puck, misses, and Jimmy puts it away. The Phantoms lead on a power play goal. 28:02 on the clock, and it's now Phantoms 2, Wildcats 1.
Phantoms with a power play goal brought to you by the very lovely Dan Breen. James Ferrara with the second goal. He's got a brace power play goal, and the Phantoms have turned the game around. Picked up by 44-0, Lydiard. Jordan Marr squeezes the glove over the puck, and we will get a face-off in the Peterborough Phantom zone. And the feeling there was that the goal, or the pressure, was building and building. Good power play from the Phantoms. I think Stepanek was guilty of not shooting the puck rapidly enough when he had an opportunity, and when he did, he missed. But Johnny on the spot, James Ferrara. Out to the point, Plews and Sambulis, and James White there. Not seen too much of James White this evening, but again, another player I think on the score sheet last night, and Corey McEwen gets a jump into it. Max Beerbreyer, that experienced, wise old head, picks the puck up on the boards, plays it. There's a man over here. I'm looking at Tyler Plews. And the Phantoms zone under siege at this moment in time. Callum Bouglis, good play. Robbie Ferrara, and the Phantoms a little guilty of going to the puck there, I think. One or two Swindon fans calling for a foul, a penalty. Nothing given.
At that point they were looking for a boarding call, there'd be no call on that one.
And it's still in the Phantom zone. Will James, oh, well, you know, we've seen those given, but, and there we go. And James Ferrara, sorry, Robert Ferrara has the puck. We've got 10:33 of the second period remaining. Phantoms with a 1-goal lead. James Ferrara from Glenn Billing and Will Weldon, a power play goal. Up the gut to Stepanek. Drop pass, and the big number 40. Little move, little shimmy. And it's picked up by Brad Bowring, the number 23 for the Peterborough Phantoms in the face cage. On the boards. And now Stepanek shields it. Luke Johnson, number 21, takes a nasty little stinging shot there. Good play from Nathan Long. And round the boards to Bowring once more. Retains possession, bottom of the circle. Good stick handling, and it's whipped round. Lydiard should clear, and it should come through. Man over, 2-on-1. Big chance, great opportunity. Saved, and cheers as Whitfield, number 18, Loris Taylor. So deadly against the Phantoms last time out here in Peterborough between the two sides, and we've got a stick flying loose. 9:21 of the second period remaining. Use the hashtag PPVSW. And the face-off is to Jordan Marr's left, right as you look at it on your screens. And it will be number 4, Adam Harding, who's had a particularly influential game, I would suggest to you. Whipped in, it's in the slot, Padalek turns, and that's going to be icing. We get a whistle, and it's going to be brought back. So Alice Padalek ices the puck, and we have 9:12 remaining in this period. And those D-men have been out there for a little bit of time. Glenn Billing will face off again. It's Harding. And on that occasion, the Peterborough Phantoms stand tall, win the defensive face-off. And we wait for a whistle. It looks like it's going to come clean. And it is, with Eddie Bebris working away. And there's Callum Bouglis. Robson turns, creates a little bit of separation. And the Phantoms there need to have a spring. Here we go. Scott Robson. Ferrara careful not to be offside. And it's played round the boards behind Rennie Marr's goal. That should be brought under control by the Swindon Wildcats. It is. Paid there from Bullis to Adam Harding. Bullis charges in on... What a save! Wow! That is an absolutely top-draw save from Jordan Marr. Quality save. If we can get that again, we will show it to you. The right leg extended and stops the onrushing shot from Sam Bullis. Here we go, there's the little move, the deke. What a save, fantastic stuff. the reason why Phantoms lead by 1 is entirely down to Jordan Marr. What a terrific piece of net minding. Into the slot, and that's out of the Phantom zone. Nethersall whips it back in, round it goes, and that should be picked up by the Phantoms. It is. And they get a chance through the centre, up the gut. White goes to goal. Corey McEwen with a very physical challenge. Not surprised nothing was given, but on another night maybe it would have been. And Tom Norton slows the game momentarily. The game has been played at a terrific pace from the opening puck drop. It has been quite the game to watch on a Sunday evening. Out to the blue line, whipped in, and that's gone to the right of Jordan Marr's goal. To be picked up by Tom Norton, off the boards, and a chance now for Martin Susters, wearing 77. Takes the blue line, turns, good play from Susters. Not seen too much of him this evening. And Stepanek turns and whips one past Rennie Marr. 7:12 remaining. Stepanek, oh, that's down low and through the blue paint. Phantoms, here we go. Booglas, Stepanek. Well, Stepanek's shot, high, wide and handsome. 6:57 in the period remaining. Dan, over to you.
Yeah, just a quick one I was about to mention. As we can see, Taylor Romeo coming off now. It's been interesting to see the kind of trust that Slava's putting in the much, much younger players. So it's quite interesting. We can see, although it's being brought out now, Phantom's been rolling 4 lines consistently tonight. Wildcats kind of 2.5, 3 lines. I think part of that is down to the players they're missing as much as anything. But again, I think this says a lot for Slava's confidence, hopefully not misplaced. Oh, off the post! Rennie Marr beaten, but the metalwork saving his skin there as Stepanek makes a fantastic shot from point. So Bebris has the puck, chips it out via one of the linesmen. Very high hit on James White. White was off balance when he was hit, so... Sorry, it was Pollard that was hit. I thought it was James White. Yeah, and that's something else. Slava's not been afraid to mix the lines up either tonight. James White out on the line. Padalek's now swapped with Stepanek. So we've now got Pollard, Weldon, Padalek as a line. Just making those quick changes. James Ferrara comes on now. Got man over. Just dropped there by Wildcats 12. Long pass. Goes loose. Icing waved off as it connected with the Wildcat skate on the way through. Goes to the point. Robbie Ferrara now with Chris Jones. Robbie Ferrara now just trapping it on the boards. He's got Alish Padalek and brother James with him down there. We've got Glenn Billing and Tom Norton out here as well.
Ferrara, James Ferrara bumped by Beerbreyer out to the top of the circle. Fired in, oh, and dear me, that's just to the left of Rennie Marr's goal. We get a whistle on the play, and we're going to get a face-off in the Swindon Wildcats zone, which is going to get brought back. Yeah, so Mr. Koval thought that it was going to be on the blue line. It's going to be brought back to the hash marks, and the Phantoms lead by 1 with 5:24 of this second period remaining. The Phantoms with a close opportunity, and the puck is now being brought back by Mr. Koval. So Stepanek rings the pipes, the score stays 2-1, and well, the game could go either way. 5:23 remaining in this second period. Nothing given there. 1 or 2 calling for the icing, and the Phantoms break. Nice play. James White, Corey McEwen, who seems to have a good turn of pace about him this evening. And there is White. McEwen, there's a man at point. Both sides. McEwen potentially tripped. 4:55 remaining. And that's off the boards. That's going to be icing. We get a whistle, and the puck will be brought back. So, 4:50, Phantoms exerting lots of pressure. I suggested at the start of the game the Phantoms had perhaps been a bit leggy, slow out the blocks the last 2 games against Sheffield and MK. and their response to falling a goal behind from Tom's Rutkiss has been positive. And in this period, after an initial period of pressure from the Swindon Wildcats, the Phantoms have put good pressure on the Swindon Wildcats. Bouglas with a shot, keeps it in the zone, but that's brought under control by Jan Kostel. Kostel feeds one of the Wildcats, and that's down low through the crease, and Will Weldon wraps it round. It's going to be a face-off on the blue line, and we have 4 minutes and 29 seconds. So Dan, just suggesting to you that the response from the Phantoms to falling a goal behind has been just what Slava would have ordered, but actually at the start of this period the Wildcats were on top initially.
Yeah, initially they were, and there was a lot of pressure. The Phantoms did well to get that goal back, and it was a good run. So, sorry, just picking up there where Wildcats win. They've now got a break. It's 2-on-1, 2-on-2. Shot, and it's goal. Sam Harding was left all alone. It was a mistake in the neutral zone by the Phantoms, and before you know it, Harding's capitalised. So there we can see one of the Phantoms' D-men brought down. Harding now had a shot. Can't see which one it was. One of the Phantoms' D-men looked to try and block it. Harding just lifted it up and over and beat Mar there, glove side. So, sorry, block side. It's 2-all. That'll be Adam Harding unassisted. Yeah, interesting player. I believe may have been Scott Robson. So we've got Padalek now. Chris Jones wins face-off. Back to Lydiard. Lydiard to Whitfield. Long shot into Mar. Just spills out. Beerbrier goes charging in, looking for the shot. Lydiard from the point goes high. Just missing Bullis's head. It's on the boards now. Billing flicks it round. Jimmy Farrar picks up. Just goes to get it out the zone, but not quite.
So somewhat against the run of play for that passage of the second period. The Wildcats back on the board, and it is 2-all with 3:45 remaining in the second period here in Peterborough. Tom Norton takes a tumble, and to James Ferrara. Phantoms visibly rocked by that equalising goal. They perhaps thought they were in the ascendancy. Shot eventually saved from Jordan Marr, so that was near side from Eddie Bebris, and we will get a face-off in the Peterborough Phantom zone. The score is 2 each. Goals from Rutkiss, Ferrara and Harding. 3:24 remaining, and it has been a cracker, a great period of hockey. Hope you've enjoyed it. Lydiard having a word with James Ferrara. And we get a face-off. Adam Harding's going to contest it. He will be a certainly the way things are, a nomination for the Swindon Player of the Game. Cats win it. Plews gets a touch. Fired. Takes a deflection. We'll get another face-off. And we have 3:19 remaining.
Wildcats fans signalling for a field goal from that one.
Three.
Between the posts.
Oh, well, Marr gets something on it, and that was well done from the netminder from the Peterborough Phantoms. The puck coming through traffic. Well done, Pollard, Stepanek on the ice. Bouglas and Scott Robson, the two D-men. Well done to contest the draw with Adam Harding. Harding wins it once more. Whipped in, taken by Jordan Marr. Good net minding. So Bigger on Twitter says that you missed the goal. We'll try and play that during the break. Will Weldon and Adam Harding once more. The Swindon man has won another and a glove save. So these seconds ticking very slowly. It's third or fourth face-off in the Phantom zone consecutively. James Ferrara out, and we get a Rob Ferrara, Glenn Billing, Alice Padalek, and someone else. Glenn Billing is going to try and get the better of Adam Harding. Billing wins it, but it's come right out to the Swindon side of the puck. Padalek clears it. Phantoms had been under pressure for 30 seconds there. So a scrappy phase of the game. It sees a face-off on the Peterborough Phantoms blue line. Mr. Marius Koval is going to drop the puck. We've got a change in personnel. Susters, McEwen, James White. Bit of speed and strength there. And the referee, Miss Cuglietta, telling them they can't make that change. 2:59 of the period remaining. 2 each. Been end to end. Hope you've enjoyed it. Godfrey to Lydiard. Lydiard's going to hit it hard. It goes round the boards. Phantoms pick it up. That's Robbie Ferrara, and he gets the better of his man down there. I think that was Max Beerbreyer. The puck comes out. Stretch pass. Padalek. Oh, he's hit the pipes once more, and there's going to be a penalty, we think. Let's wait to see what's called. As the Swindon Wildcats get around the officials, well, Padalek with the ripper from the blue line hits the ironwork, and the Phantoms will be slightly aggrieved. They've hit the pipes a couple of times in this period, and they have not added to their score, so 2 each. And the officials didn't immediately call anything down.
No, I got to admit, it looks like it's going to be, in fact, I'm not sure what's being called now, but it looks like it's being taken out of the zone, which is slightly unusual. It looked to me like it was a delay of game. So Sam Bullis and James Ferrara having words, both seeming fairly bemused. Referee Dina Cuglietta having a chat with James Ferrara. Here's opposite number, Neil Lydiard. Here's opposite. Yeah, delay of game has been called. You know, I wasn't sure it was going to, but I did say from the outset it looked like a delay of game. So Neil Lydiard's been called for delay of game. Phantoms with the power play after a bit of a delay. And it looks like the cycle of Wildcats win the face-off. Back to Tyler Blues and shoot has been broken.
2:36 remaining in the period. Phantoms on the power play. Neil Lydiard 2 for delay of game, we think. And out it comes. There's been some good pressure from the Phantoms when they've had their power play during the course of this evening's game. And it would be quite the time to take a lead. Here are the Phantoms. Here's Norton down low. Glenn Billing, out it comes once more. There's James Ferrara on 2 already. Alice Padalek. Oh, so good save from Rennie Marr, from Tom Norton. James Ferrara following it up. Nothing doing there for the Phantoms. Captain looking for his hat-trick goal. 1:34 of the power play remaining. We've had 26 seconds. 2:09 of the period remaining. 5-on-4 hockey here in Peterborough. The puck brought out to the Swindon Wildcats blue line. Glenn Billing to contest the face-off with Floyd Taylor. And here is Padalek. James Ferrara takes the blue line. Dropped. Glenn Billing with a little move, and the puck should have been kept in the zone. Padalek unable to do that. Men over. Good play, and James Ferrara tries to go down the left wing. He's out-muscled by number 26, Jan Kostel. Weldon down low. Here's Padalek. No clear lane at that moment in time. Billing to Padalek. Weldon in the slot. Tom Norton to James Ferrara. Good possession play. Not working Renimar yet. It's man over, Glenn Billing. Good pressure, but not testing the Swindon netminder. 36 seconds of the power play to go, and that's good play there from number 21, Luke Johnson, former MK Lightning player. Some of the Wildcats calling for a high stick when James Ferrara brought that under control, and that takes a deflection off a skate. I think that was from Luke Johnson, and trickles to Renimar. 17 seconds of a fairly impressive power play, certainly in terms of possession, with Renimar not being worked too many times in all truth. 52.5 seconds of this second period remaining, nothing in it, 2 each. Phantoms win the face-off. Stepanek, he's got a rocket, he's already hit the post with one of those shots. 11 seconds of the power play. Phantoms just need to be careful. There's going to be a man come out of the box at any moment in time now. We don't want a shot rebounding all the way back. 3 seconds left. And there he goes. Here is Beer Breyer. Picked up by the Phantoms, and we are in the last 25 seconds of this second period. Phantoms took the lead as the Wildcats had in the first period, but Adam Harding knotted it up on 36-40. Bebris the decoy, and the Phantoms come again. Will there be a chance for a shot before the end of the period? Here's Callum Bouglas. 5 seconds left. McEwen takes a tumble, and that should be all she wrote. And we are going to go to our second intermission. So 2 each, not much between them, and an entertaining period of hockey. We're going to go to our second break. Welcome back to Peterborough. It's 2-2 here between our Peterborough Phantoms and the visitors tonight, the Swindon Wildcats. Goals in the first period from Tom Zrutkis and Jimmy Ferrara. Ferrara with his second in the second period, equalised by Adam Harding on 36-40. So nothing between the two sides, and such a big 20 minutes on the horizon at the battle at the top of the NIHL 1, where we've got first versus second. Phantoms are ahead and with games in hand, and what an important victory for either side this would be. So my name's Phil Smith, I'll be bringing you the game. I've got Dan Breen with me. Get involved on Twitter, hashtag PPVSW. Phantoms pump it in deep, and Neil Idiard, the former Pirate, gets hold of the puck. It should be cleared, it is cleared. Phantoms rang the ironwork a couple of times during the middle stanza, but in truth it was the Wildcats with some good looks, some good odd man rushes, and well, it's equal, and I can't tell you which way it's going to go. Good crowd here in Peterborough tonight. Quite a few have travelled from Swindon, and it's just dollied there for Nathan Pollard. Pollard loses out, outnumbered, and Godfrey feeds his man. Here is Bebris. Oh, fires wide, puck bouncing, and out to the half board. Pollard turns. Is he going to get enough on it? It's out, and Phantoms regroup as Weldon. Douglas has had his pocket picked by Eddie Bebris. Bebris turns this way and that, and again, good play from number 71. Man in the slot. Jan Kostel goes for the shot and breaks a stick. And the Phantoms, architects of their own downfall in a sense, they had an opportunity to clear and took one touch too many. Out it comes, down to Rennie Marr, and a change in personnel. The puck bouncing around, it's scrappy. We've had 2 minutes, and there have been no clear chances yet at either end. So use the hashtag PPVSW. Who's going to win? Who's your man of the match so far? Phantoms just not doing each other any favours at all. And that's pinned on the boards. Taylor turns, and now there is an opportunity for the Phantoms in possession, and it's given away once more. Robson unable to corral his man on the board, and the Wildcats have certainly come out better, more at it in the start of the third period than the home side. And well, we were talking off air during the interval, the next goal is going to be absolutely crucial. Wildcats have made a good start to the third period. Glenn Billing battling. Nathan Long takes it, has a look. Padalek makes a move in space, there he is, and that's going to be icing. And the pass there should have been trapped by Alice Padalek and wasn't. Dan, Wildcats have come out looking more likely. Phantoms slow.
Yeah, absolutely there. I'm pretty sure I heard the puck hit the back of Padalek's stick, but not enough for the linesman to notice. That said though, the Wildcats, as I thought, they've come out hard, they've come out strong. They're looking to get that first goal and effectively take the game and have the Phantoms chasing the rest of the period. But the Phantoms really need to wake up and step up fast if they're going to try and do this. So point blank shot, it goes loose in front. The Phantoms riding their luck. Now Sisters looks to break out. Harding looking for a check on the side there. Late hit on Billing. Harding disappointed with not getting the hit on Sisters, who just applied the brakes and watched Harding miss. Phantom centric, Billing just not quite there in time. However, James Ferrara back with Tom Norton. Puck goes along to Padalek. Padalek to Robbie Ferrara. Didn't see which of the long-haired Wildcats that was, but did well to get a stick in, and just that's broken up quickly again by the Wildcats. Luke Johnson there just stopping Tom Norton. Referee Dina Culietta just watching the flying sticks. Puck back out in the neutral zone. Padalek now on the boards. Went to clear it. Now there should be a delay of game call there against Padalecki. The arm is not up. Now that surprises me. I would have called that as delay of game because it went straight off Padalecki's stick, but linesman there not calling it. Referee not calling it. So, sorry Phil, just having a quick chat with our cameraman. He had a very good view. Apparently it was off the plexi. I thought it'd gone straight out, but so again, lucky escape for the Phantoms, I think, on that one. Rob Farrar and Scott Robson and Max Beer-Breyer on board there. Sam Bullis going in hard. Wildcats with a shot, blocked by Weldon. Goes out, Godfrey just keeps it in. Looked like Stepanek was going to force it out. Douglas now looking as he goes in. It's just pinball wizard. Beer-Breyer comes out, backhand straight into the waiting chest of Jordan Marr. Marr collapsing on the puck instantly. Some great pressure by the Wildcats there and really threatening to go ahead there.
Wildcats in the ascendancy, and certainly in terms of pressure at the start of this third period, but it is 2 goals each, and the Phantoms live to fight another day. Good work from Jordan Marr, who's made 1 or 2 spectacular saves this evening. Shots on goal in the second period, there were 12 on Jordan Marr, 9 on Rennie, and a reversal of the shots on goal in the first period where the Phantoms in theory had more, but I didn't see that myself. Adam Harding been my top player for the Wildcats this evening. It's Bebris calling for something, his stick's gone. Man at points, Costill, that's Whitfield, Steve Whitfield fires. Glove save from Jordan Marr. So Costill calling for the penalty, nothing given, and which follows the pattern of play really for the game. There's not been too much called all game. There's been a delay of game, there's been too many men on a couple of occasions. The first period started with all guns blazing. Calls could have been made all over the place, they weren't. Things have settled down somewhat. Nathan Long round the glass, it takes a rotten bounce. We're going to get a face-off in the Phantom zone. Dan, thoughts?
Yeah, again, it was another one off the glass before it went out, but I think the Wildcats definitely making all the running at this point. And again, it looks like the defence line's been mixed up a bit now. Nathan Long out again. So, Wallamatic. Quick hello to Emma and Adam Long, who are watching the game at home. Puck goes in. Nathan Long there on the corner looking for it, just stumbles slightly. He's covered there by Bowring. Bowring's got the puck, looking to go around Luke Johnson. Leaves Johnson. It's passed up, comes off Taylor's stick. So Billing chases it into the corner, dispossessed, it goes out. The Phantoms, I think he was looking there for Padalecki. Johnson there going into Biglas. The other Marr now just clears it round the back of the net, but it's picked up by Padalecki. Billings on the board, got Padalecki in support and James Farrar on the other side. James Farrar just traps it, loses his stick. James Farrar looking for a stick, Padalecki looking for a shot, but held up by Costill. Scott Robson with a very good poke check. Buglas picks it up, takes it round the back of the net to Robson, who's in space. Buglas again continues round the balls to Weldon. Weldon tips out to Pollard, but now Padalecki's loose. Goes through quite a few legs to Sam Bullis. Bullis now going in. Gentle footwork there by Buglas, just takes out. Puck's out. Various whistles and shouts from the benches. Stepanek with a shot across the board. Goes back to Robson. Robson's Pollard. Pollard shoots. Deflects wide. And now Buglas chases it down. He's got Eddie Bebris going with him. Bebris looking to take the puck, but Weldon just calmly collects it and takes it through.
Some struggle to clear again, but here is Callum Buglas and over to Scott Robson. Big stretch pass onto the blue line to Sisters. And what the Phantoms wouldn't give for a goal from that young man, whose point production has been terrific since he rejoined from Invicta. Bebris with the heavy challenge on his Latvian countryman. Stepanek lifts it. Suster's looking for the pass. He finds McEwen. McEwen with the wrister, but that's blocked by one of the Swindon Wildcats. Pumped in behind the goal. Phantoms trying to get deep. They've not had much at all in the Swindon Wildcats zone during the course of this final period. 7 minutes and 40 seconds of the period gone. Phantoms do keep it in on that occasion. It's bouncing. Oh, and there's just having a look there. Is it Susters and Costill? It's certainly Susters. Nothing for me. Yeah, so Costill very upset, but I'm not sure that Suster's got too near the netminder on that occasion. I'd like to see, well, Costill's going back, and now he's being told to go to the penalty box. Phantoms will be on the power play. 26, Jan Costill. And no misconduct given, we don't think. We'll wait for the announcement. Here's the replay. So Susters, well, he didn't get anywhere near Renimar, and Jan Costill deserves that completely. I'm sure that you will agree when you've seen it on the footage. Phantoms, key moments. Phantom power play. Tom Norton. Oh, poor shot there by Padalecki. Phantoms retain possession. Power play for the Peterborough Phantoms. Jan Costill in the box. Oh, chance. And we get some more from the Wildcats and the Peterborough Phantoms. And, you know, Dan, if you were going to find a guy who's going to be involved there. 44.
Sorry, it looks like Neil Lydiard's being sent as well. Sorry, referee Dina Cuglietta there signalling to Lydiard, but it looks like it's going to be Padalecki that's going. So it's going to be 4-on-4. Aleš Padalecki now picking up 2 for slashing. So Phantoms having 17 seconds of power play. Some barracking from things there. So just having the replay of that incident on the screen. So we're back to live action now. It's 4-on-4 face-off in the Phantoms' defensive zone. It'll be 4-on-4 for the next 1 minute 43. So Billing wins face-off, although Jones charges in for it. Billing tips it out round Ferrara. Ferrara bouncing off Blues. Goes to the far side. Scott Robson picks up. Just takes it out. Wildcats being very strong on the stick at the moment. Chris Jones with a shove on Buglis. Bit of physical play. Again, the Wildcats now controlling the play. Phantoms with a stick now and then just to break things up. And Buglis to Billing. Billing to Ferrara. I think Billing could have probably skated that one a bit further. I'm not entirely sure that one was offside, but offside has been called. So it'll be a face-off just outside the Wildcats' defensive zone. 11 minutes 19 remaining in this third period. It's currently 4-on-4 action. Jan Costill sitting 2 for roughing. Aleš Padalecki sitting 2 for slashing. Score is 2-all here in the third period.
Wildcats with a puck. That looks like Taylor. And here they come. Number 4, Adam Harding. Score of a lovely equalising goal. Chance. Good save from Jordan Marr. So the Phantoms have had a period of pressure for the first time in the third period, around the 15-minute mark, but that's been brought to a halt as we've got this period of 4-on-4. Thought Padalecki was a little bit unlucky, but and surprised that Lydiard didn't take a penalty, but it's still 4-on-4, and the Phantoms penalty for Padalecki will outlast the Swindon Wildcats penalty. So it will be the case at the end of this, if there are no further goals, that there will be a period of power play for the Swindon Wildcats. 11:03 remaining in the game. 51 seconds on Costill's penalty, 1:09 on Padalecki, out to the point. It's whipped in, and that's gone to the right of Jordan Marr's goal. Phantoms having to get some work done in the trenches. It's been tough. At times they've not cleared the puck well. They've gone very close to the boards on very many occasions, but the Phantoms look to go now. 30 seconds on Costell's power play. Oh, save from Renimar. Into Bebris. Good interception from Robbie Ferrara. Bebris goes again. McEwen chasing him, possibly holding him, but nothing given. Oh, and there was a chance there for Sus. There's the big long pass, and the Phantom takes the blue line. Phantoms need to keep it in. They haven't. 15 seconds of Padalecki's penalty remain. Off the boards. Decent bounce on that occasion, and it's into the corner. 5 seconds left of the power play. It's going to be even strength hockey. Big stretch pass picked up by Sam Bullas. Buglas chases it down, and he's marshalled by 11. Chris Jones, the former Cardiff player, and that's an errant pass. Phantom's looking leggy, and oh well, that's Beerbreyer is going to take a penalty. So Jordan Marr goes. Delayed penalty. Beerbreyer will be caught. Chance for the Phantoms. Oh, great save from Marr. Jimmy Ferrara on the hat-trick. Denied.
Interesting there, given where Beerbreyer actually managed to get the stick on Buglas, it's only been called as a hooking rather than a spearing. So I think Beerbreyer lucky there just to be sitting two. However, Phantoms on the power play, less than 10 minutes to go in this third period. So Weldon on the face-off circle. Phantoms when it goes to Padalecki. Phantoms kind of held in the corner at the moment as they get the power play set up.
He's moved the net.
Yep, so Marr there just backing up to take the shot. Calls from the crowd, I think a little unfair there. Marr there backing up to try and take the puck, stop it, taking the net off its moorings. The net is loose, let's be honest.
No problem there, it's the first time it's happened all game. So we get a face-off in the Swindon zone. Will Weldon, he's going to contest it. He's up against, well, who is he up against? Oh, and will it get kept in? Norton stretches. Padalecki down to the base of the circle. Phantoms just maybe not quite firing well enough yet. Will they get a goal on this power play? Huge moments for the Phantoms. Norton waits on the blue line. Padalecki, plenty of time on it, but all the way out.
Yeah, Jimmy's just not quite far enough forward.
And there it's going to come all the way around. And the puck comes off Mr. Phil O'Neill, the line judge. Doing the Phantoms a favour, actually. Phantoms have 1 minute of Max Beerbreyer's penalty still on the clock. Down low, here's Padalecki. And that's a whistle. So we're going to get a face-off. It's being brought back to the Swindon Wildcats blue line. 8 minutes and 16 seconds of this NIHL South 1 game. First is in second. Points at an absolute premium. Barely a fag paper between the two sides. And the Wildcats doing a good job defensively. 8:16 remaining. 50 seconds of Beerbreyer's penalty still on the clock. The Stripies have had a consultation. And we're about to get underway. Wildcats win it as Harding again. Bouncing, no one in a white jersey up front in the slots. 8 minutes and 8 seconds left. Marr clears it up the half board. Need a stretch there, and good play like that from Susters. And the Phantoms again, they make it difficult on themselves. Great play from Bebris. But I have to say to you, from a Phantoms perspective, pretty frustrating. James White feeds it around the boards. Stepanek picks it up. 19 seconds left. Oh, and the Phantoms fan on it. Still in the zone. Excuse me. 7:34 remaining, 8 seconds left. Aaron Nell below me just telling his man, Max Beerbreyer, to get on the ice. Beerbreyer's back on the ice. Oh, it's bouncing, and it's brought under control by Renimar. The Phantom, I think it was James White, didn't get enough of it. And we get a change in personnel. 7:21 remaining, no change in the score, and good defensive work from the Swindon Wildcats. The Phantoms have had an opportunity or two in this third period. They've had the power plays, but they're up against the quality side. A couple of the young lads out. Jarvis Hunt's out there. Will Weldon. And over the blue line, number 11, shot taken by Mark, and good defensive work from Robert Ferrara and Tom Norton, just keeping the red jerseys away from the Peterborough netminder. We've got 7:03 remaining. It could go either way, Dan.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it has been end-to-end. Phantoms had a good power play session, some good opportunities there. Wildcats immediately coming back on the break. So, yeah, it's still going any which way you want. So, Wildcats now looking to set the face-off. It's going to be Jones. Jones on billing. We've got Bullis pretty much opposite Stepanek. Finally, the puck drops. Robbie Ferrara goes into the corner. Beerbreyer dispossesses him, but Ferrara picks it up again. Goes out to the centre, picked up by Weldon. Very quick interplay between Weldon and Ferrara. Now Pollard has it, plays it back to Weldon. Weldon's got Stepanek in front of him. He goes round, drops to Stepanek. Stepanek clears, shoots! Bounces off of Wildcats 24's leg. That was Tyler Plews. So very important block from Plews. Bullis now with a shot, goes close to the net. However, goes glove side. Jordan Marr very quick with the leather. And with 6:32 remaining in the third period, it's still 2-2.
James Ferrara, Callum Bouglas. Scott Robson, combination there of stick and pad for Jordan Marr, gets rid of the puck, and the Phantoms break through Scott Robson, who, the official goes down, and that never gets old. Getting a whistle on the play. Phantoms ice the puck. 6 minutes and 8 seconds of the period of the game to go, and the Swindon Wildcats have responded magnificently to Aaron Nell's clarion call this morning, where he was suggesting that the big players haven't been the big players. But tonight, Harding's been terrific, Bebris has been good, Jan Kostel, some Bullis. There have been some big performances tonight from the men in red. Good work from Scott Robson against the bigger man, and Jimmy Ferrara. He's got the Phantoms goals tonight. Callum Bouglas. Yeah, I like that from Callum. And it's pumped in, it bounces, Marr takes it, and that's going to be a face-off in the Swindon Wildcat zone. With 5 minutes and 49 seconds of the game to play, we're tied at 2. Goals in the first period from Tom Zrutkis and James Ferrara. James Ferrara got his second of the evening on 28:02, and Adam Harding tied it up on 36:40. Since then, we've had almost a full period with no addition to the score. And we've got Corey McEwen contesting the face-off. Adam Harding wins it once more. Good play there from, I think it was Rob Ferrara. Susters gets a touch. And it's on the boards, lifted out. Norton has to turn, and this is Bebris again. He's the one with the high check, the high press, and that's something that the Phantoms have really struggled with, that high press. They get trapped in their own zone. They try and play round a Wildcat. More often than not tonight, they've not retained possession. And then when they have played, they've often played up tight on the boards, and that hasn't been the outlet for them.
No, it hasn't. I mean, they're looking for space where there isn't space. They're trying to go with their own style of game, their own flow. The Wildcats doing well to shut it down. But at the same time, the Wildcats not really, at this stage, touch wood, able to capitalise on that. So it goes back to Buglas. Buglas plays it along the boards, as you said earlier. And the Wildcats pick it off. Pollard there looking to get a stick in on Chris Jones. Long pass across. Bullis now chasing it in. Buglas is with him. Chris Jones, the two number 11s, Robson and Jones in the corner. Sounds like it could be a singing duo. So Buglas, Jones, Stepanek goes round to Weldon. Weldon drops it in favour of Pollard. Pollard chips it out, but now it's Stepanek. Stepanek 1-on-3, goes round one. I think that's Lydiard tried to put a head on Stepanek, and it went a little bit wrong. So Bullis now with a nice long pass. Picked off by Robbie Ferrara. Just bounces out, goes loose, nobody's picking it up. And chased down Norton. Norton gets it out the zone to Billing. Wildcats look to make a change. Phantoms there looking to play into space along the boards to Jimmy Ferrara. Ferrara taking down. Very late hit by Loris Taylor on Billing after bouncing the puck off the side of a Wildcat head. So icing there called. Wildcats there not making the change. Seeing the arm up. Phantoms do make change and the face-off take place in the Wildcat zone.
4:07 remaining. On Twitter, Bigger says 1 goal left in this game. Come on, Cats. It's been fairly even, Stephen, but the Wildcats probably with the better looks in the course of the third period. Bowering at the point. Phantoms semi-win it, have won it. Great save from Marr. And the Wildcats look to come again. Out of the zone. Bowering losing out, and great play from Taylor. Floyd Taylor that time, number 12. Oh, dear me. The errant pass almost gives it away. Corey McEwen, chance for the Phantoms. Oh, and that's stopped by Rennie Marr. And we have 3 minutes and 41 seconds remaining in regulation, with the spectre of overtime looming.
I think this one will be settled in regulation, and one team is going to be in for some heartbreak.
Phantoms win the draw in the Cats' defensive zone. Great play there from Tom Rutkis. Tom's Rutkis doing spectacular work on his own blue line. Phantoms break again. They've looked a little better in the last few minutes. Stepanek. Well, is that not holding? No penalty there. The Wildcats calling for something. Stepanek, who's been fairly influential in the last moment or two. And there's a big bump. It's going to be icing. The puck's brought back. Face off in the Swindon Wildcats zone. The Phantoms have just perhaps steadied the ship a little bit. They seem to have got one or two passing moves together. I said to you earlier on commentary, I thought the Phantoms were looking leggy. Do the Wildcats look leggy now, Dan?
They are. They're only playing kind of 2.5 lines, so their guys have been on the ice a lot more often. They're beginning to make some mistakes now. Hopefully the Phantoms will be able to capitalise on it, but I've got a feeling if it carries on the way it's going to be the Wildcats that will capitalise, and they do, winning the face-off. Bullis flicks it out. Well, that goes to Robbie Ferrara. There was Tom's Rutkis, scorer of the first goal there, who was just locking up. Rutkis goes for the change, so we've got Luke Johnson on. The Wildcats will be looking to change players as and when they can. Padalek, Jimmy Ferrara there just not quite picking up on the loose pass. Wildcats drop it in. The last few players from that shift making a change now. Stopped in the zone, and it goes around the back to Jones again. Tripping call now against Phantoms. That'll be Tom Norton going for tripping. And the Phantoms on the penalty kill for 2 minutes of the last 2.5 minutes.
Well, you've got to say that's just what Aaron Nelk would have dialed up. He sees his team go on the power play. Adam Harding, Tom Zruckis, Eddie Bedbris, Max Mayebrow and Chris Jones, and Alice Padlek, Will Weldon.
The big guns are out now.
Robson and number 45, Callum Bouglas. Phantoms have got it all to do, and the away team will suspect that they've got the chance of the game now. Here's Harding. He's won so many face-offs this game. Cats win it. Beerbreyer on the blue line, comes in, saved and snaffled by Jordan Marr. Jordan Marr with the collapse on the puck, 2:25 remaining, and the Phantoms contest the draw once more, deep in their own zone. Adam Harding. Phantoms win one. That's Will Weldon, and out it comes, Dan.
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought we were looking there for a repeat of the Tyler Plews show from earlier on. Puck drops, back to Plews, Plews shoots. But Phantoms have been able to break it up. They've now managed to wind down 20 seconds of this power play. Harding, scorer of Wildcats' second goal there on the boards with Jones. Phantoms happy to just keep the puck there for the next minute and a half. Won't happen, but they can keep trying. Scott Robson holding it up nicely. He's got Bouglas in support. There are 3 Wildcats, 2 Phantoms. Dina Culietta now. Been waiting long enough, they're going to call it. So it's being taken out. We're going to watch now. So we've got a penalty coming. We'll see who it's against. I believe it's a penalty. Face off in the Phantom zone, the whistle's gone. Will Weldon there, just maybe needing to learn to stop. So Scott Robson, looks like Scott Robson's been called. Is this going to be a call for delay of game? Timeout Wildcats, 1:47 remaining. Scott Robson there now in danger of Padlek really unhappy. Padlek there breaking the stick on the boards. Robson being called potentially for delay of game. Slava Kulikov really unhappy at this. Dina Culietta is not changing her mind on this one. So it could be 5-on-3 now. So 5-on-3 for the next 1:17. Then it's back to a power. Well, it's going to be a power play now for the remaining 1:47 of regulation. It could potentially be more for that. So this really is going to be do or die time now for the Phantoms. It now looks like Slava's been called. So this is going to be very interesting indeed. We're going to have stacked penalties. So it looks like we have stacked penalties now. The Phantoms picking up another bench minor. I think it's going to be it's Padlek sitting this one. So it'd be interesting to see what this one's called for, whether it's Slava Kulikov or Alish Padlek now who's been called. But either way, this is not looking good. Dina Culietta has taken control of this game. So Phantoms can be 5-on-3 now for the rest of regulation at the very least. So puck goes loose. Adam Harding has it. We've got a man over the back. It's blocked and it's out. So Weldon now on for Got Rob Fryer, Chris Jones goes in, plays it round the back. It's going to go to Harding. 1 minute remaining on Tom Norton's penalty.
Max Beerbrow on the blue line, number 23. Can't believe what we're watching. But the Wildcats with the big chance. Out it comes to the hash marks, whipped over the goal and brought under control by number 71 Beerbrow. 71 Eddie Bebrick. Jordan Mars squeezes leather. 1 minute and 1 second of the game to go. 32 seconds on Tom Norton's penalty. There's a lot of noise in here. A sense of injustice for the Phantoms, who in all truth lost their cool. Phantoms call a timeout. So Padlett got 10 for misconduct. Scott Robson 2 minutes for delay of game, and Tom Norton had already gone for tripping. So a slew of penalties, and it makes you wonder what Slava's saying at this moment in time.
It does indeed, but I've got to be honest, I think Padalec's actually been lucky with that. I thought he was going to get a 2 minute misconduct rather than the 10, because he's picked up a 10 misconduct. Means at the end of these two stacked penalties, Phantoms go back to full strength. So here we go. I'm not going to tell you what's going to happen if we run out of time in this period, because I'm hoping we do, but we'll talk about that in a moment.
1:01 remaining, and the face-off is contested between Will Weldon and Harding. Harding wins it yet again. There's a man over, there's two men over. Back post, Eddie Bebrick is going to go. There's the opportunity, it goes to the left of Jordan Mars' goal. This is tense stuff. Oh, and it bounces. Will the Phantoms clear their zone? They don't yet. Dear me. The chance was there, 39 seconds left. Bebrick. It bounces. It's still in the Phantom zone. Chance, it's cleared. Rousing applause. Tom Norton is back on the ice. 5-on-4. Phantoms need to clear it. Big cheers for the Phantoms. 10 seconds left. Little stumble there. 5 seconds. Listen to the crowd. There's the buzzer. Phantoms get a point. Cats fail to capitalise on a 5-on-3 for well over a minute. And, well, that was quite something. We saw nothing called for the best part of 58 minutes. Then at the death we got penalties called, tripping on Norton. Robson got a delay of game, and well, Padalek shattered his stick. Loss of discipline there from Alice Padalek, but we're going to go to overtime. Both the teams got a point. It's a 3-point game.
So the question was, could the Phantoms play could the Phantoms place the panic with Padalek in the box? I believe he should do. If the penalty is on the... So the question was, could the Phantoms play could the Phantoms place the panic with Padalek in the box? I believe he should do. If the penalty is on the clock, the player counts as being on the ice. If it's personal misconduct, it doesn't. So here we go, the Phantoms, very loud. Wildcats, very loud. 5 minutes. We've got 13 seconds of 4-on-3 before it goes to 4-on-4. Wildcats immediately break in. Costill plays across to Whitfield. Broken up. Billing just plays it down. 2 seconds. Right, here we go. It's now 4-on-4. It's 4-on-4 now for the remain until the next break in play. So here we go. Whitfield. Whitfield chips it in. He's got Harding on the far side. It's picked up by the Phantoms. Just struggling to get fit as Wildcats crash into each other. Robert Ferrara with very strong stick work. Billing kicks it out. It's Billing 1-on-2. He's got Robson on the far side. He's got Ferrara in the middle. Puck goes high. Robson, Billing goes for a change, just skips it round the back. It's going to go to Costill. Costill now battling with Ferrara on the boards. Whitfield picks it up. It's still 4-on-4 until the next whistle. Goes long, Buglas picks it up. Buglas now to Ferrara, goes down. So icing, now it goes to 3-on-3. Bit of push and shove between Costill and Ferrara at the far end. Passion's running incredibly high at this point. 3 minutes 56 remaining in overtime. And I think if you paid full price for your ticket, either online for the stream or here, you've had your money's worth, well and truly.
Face off in the Phantom zone. Phantoms have iced the puck. 3:56 remaining. It's even strength. And should be 3-on-3, we believe. Michael O'Sullivan on Twitter says it's loud in here tonight. And it is. Norton, Buglas, Weldon, Jones, Beerbrayer, Godfrey, apologies. There's a lot of ice out there. Phantoms win the draw. So Adam Harding didn't contest that one, and Will Weldon got the better of the Wildcat. Whipped in off Rennie Mar's pads. Phantoms hold it deep. Max Beerbrayer through the back of the Phantom there on the boards. That was Will Weldon. And a little touch from number 61, Sam Godfrey. Offside! Beerbrayer rolls his eyes, didn't challenge the call, and we get a face-off. Well, it's going to be on the Swindon Wildcats blue line. 3:34 of overtime remaining, Dan.
Yeah, that's been considered a deliberate offside, an intentional offside, so it's been taken right back. It's McEwen and Sisters with Robbie Ferrara on this side. We've got Jan Costill, Tom's Rutkiss. Sisters there, just dispossessed Rutkiss. He's on his own, goes for the shot, it goes high. Costill there looking to try and turn about 5 different directions at once. Takes himself down. Face off in the Wildcats defensive zone. We've got Sisters, McEwen and Robbie Ferrara. And coming out now, we've got Whitfield, Bebris and Adam Harding. I've got to say it, both the Mars have had great games today.
Corey McEwen to contest the face-off. Wildcats win it yet again. To the other 71, Eddie Bebris down the left wing. Whitfield goes into the slot. Bebris, great break, saved by Jordan Marr, and Susters gets there. No, sorry, McEwen. They look similar. 2:59 remaining. Tense stuff here in Peterborough. Hope you've enjoyed your National League ice hockey. Adam Harding deep, down low. Robbie Ferrara's done enough there, I think, and Corey McEwen takes the puck. High press from the Swindon Wildcats. And here is Stepanek. And Weldon just waiting on the blue line. Stepanek turns. Chance. Saved by Rennie Marr. Well done to the netminder.
Sorry, just looking there, you had Lydiard, saw the danger. He was straight back onto the Wildcats goal line. Kept his hands out because that would have been deemed a penalty if he'd used his hands to stop the puck. But he had his knee down, had his legs down. He was the second netminder for the Wildcats right when they needed it. That's some great play from Neil Lydiard, showing literally every second of the experience he's got.
Face off in the Wildcat zone, won by Will Weldon, but it's the Wildcats who break, and Costill takes the blue line, stutters, takes a move, fires, and that's come off the glass. So it's going to be lung-busting play over the red line and dumped for Glenn Billing to chase down. It's going to be the Wildcats who clear it. Well, 2 minutes and 6 seconds of the fourth period to go. It's tense. And here is Bebris, been quite the player for the Wildcats, into the slot, and good play from James Ferrara. Again, great play from Bebris. Whitfield walking the blue line, fires in, glove save Marr, and James Ferrara, Johnny on the spot, breaks. Phantoms calling for a slashing call. It certainly was not a stick lift. Phantoms come again. Billing. Chance, Robson. Yes! Glenn Billing scores the overtime winner for the Phantoms.
Right, hopefully he'll excuse us a little bit of excitement. You can see here. Sorry, we just got the replay there. Billing goes back post, scuffs it, but it still goes in. Phantoms onto the plexi. They're absolutely ecstatic. The Wildcats heartbroken. The emotion there from both teams is absolutely phenomenal. Phantoms and their fans overjoyed. Wildcats and their fans absolutely broken. The fact that both teams have come away with at least a point is thoroughly deserved. But that was absolutely incredible. So there we go. At the end of overtime, after 63 minutes, 41 seconds, the final score is Phantoms 3, Wildcats 2. Wildcats take a point out of this. Phantoms take the 2. So, quick apology to all of you watching at home. We may have become a little overexcited up here on the gantry. But to be honest, I think just about everyone watching did as well.
So, ladies and gentlemen, Phantoms take the 3-point game, 3-2. Point to the Wildcats, 2 for the Phantoms, who extend their lead at the top of the National League. And, well, they've had to dig deep to get the victory. Dan, at this point, we normally talk about man of the match. I'm going to tell you now, for me, Adam Harding for the Wildcats, although Eddie Bebris was out there, Rennie Marr was out there. But for me, Adam Harding for the Peterborough Phantoms. What do you do? James Ferrara was the man with the goals. Glenn Billing scores the winner. But do you know what? They would be nowhere near a chance of winning that game if it wasn't for Jordan Marr.
Yeah, if we just give it a moment for my brain to reset. Yeah, no, I think you're right on the shout on Marr. I think you've got a really good shout for Marr on both sides. Really, both netminders stopped the opposition running away with that game. Some absolutely fantastic chances for both teams. But the netminders really were a class above. So, yeah, man of the match. I'd go with Mars. Both Mars. However, we're going to find out shortly who's actually won. So, just waiting for the carpets to come down, find out who's presenting man of the match. So a little bit of post-game barracking from both sides. Probably not the best plan right now. The game's over. It's been a very emotional game. I think, to be honest, now's a good time just to leave it at that if you're a fan.
Yeah, absolutely. So, well done to both teams tonight. A fantastic advert for hockey. Tom's Rutkiss with the man of the match for the Swindon Wildcats. So another occasion when those of you that listen to us or watch the stream regularly will know we got it wrong. Those guys gave everything tonight. They had a great response to Aaron Nell's clarion call. You know, and a great team. You know, I've got a lot of time for Swindon. So what remains for us to do is to wish the Wildcats a safe drive home back to Wiltshire. The players, coaches and of course the supporters who've travelled well and made lots of noise tonight. We just wait for the Phantoms man of the match. Of course, our next game here will be on Friday, the Autumn Cup final second leg, 2-2 in Sheffield. Man of the match, Glenn Billing. Big smile on Glenn's face.